If you've been trying to deal with dark spots, age spots, hyperpigmentation, melasma, anything like that on your skin anywhere, boy, are you going to be happy about today's video, because this is a compilation video where I've taken the very best information that I've given on this topic and put it all in one place for you to find today on this video with chapters, so you can skip around, come back to the information that you found most helpful for yourself, all without having to search my channel for information on this topic. And any products or techniques that I talk about in the video will be down in the video description box, so you don't have to go find that original video and find that information either. Everything right here for you today in this one place. That said, I'm going to shut up now so you can learn what you can do to completely get rid of dark spots, age spots, hyperpigmentation, or melasma. Let's dig in. Hey everybody, welcome back. So happy to be here. Glad you're here. Today we're going to be talking about how to get rid of age spots, dark marks, hyperpigmentation patches safely, effectively, and easy. So if you have melanated skin or issues like these, we're going to be able to address all of those in today's video and get you some much younger looking skin. So let's jump right in. For those of you who are dealing with mottled or melanated looking skin, that's where skin on the arms, chest, basically anywhere on the body, even the face, get lots of freckles, lots of marks, dark patches with lots of hyperpigmentation. You know how difficult it can be to fade these. And today's video, a very important video for you, because I'm going to go over each of the skincare acids out there that actually can work on helping to reverse, fade, and prevent more of these, giving you back a much younger looking skin. How do I know this? Because it's something I do myself. Now, for those of you who are new to the channel and not familiar with who I am, I'm Chris Gibson, skincare expert. I've been doing skincare for 37 years, helping people find skincare that's going to work for them, not empty their wallet, and not do more harm than good. So if that's the kind of content you've been looking for here on YouTube from someone who's been walking the talk a really long time, hope you'll stick around and subscribe. But let's talk about the first acid. Now, each of these acids work independently, but you will often find them together in formulations for helping to improve melanated skin. First on the list, azelaic acid. Azelaic acid, a wonderful ingredient for helping to reduce the pigmentation in the skin and prevent further pigmentation issues. And what's really special about azelaic acid is it's anti-inflammatory, meaning it works very well for people with super sensitive skin, eczema, rosacea, psoriasis. All of those skin conditions respond very well to azelaic acid. Azelaic acid works, like many of these acids do, to help inhibit an enzyme called tyrannosase. I know it sounds like a dinosaur, and it kind of is a dinosaur when it comes to creating pigmentation issues in the skin. Azelaic acid, effective on dark spots, hyperpigmentation patches, especially melasma, and it's relatively inexpensive. This particular 10% azelaic acid solution from Naturium runs about $20. A bottle like this will last you a month or two. The only drawback to azelaic acid is it doesn't work particularly quickly. It works very effectively, but not in a fast manner. You can begin to see some improvement in about 6 to 8 weeks, but it may actually take up to 6 months when we're talking about post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation or melasma, which happens in folks that have acne. That's those marks that are left behind, or sun-damaged melanated skin. Now, I will put a link down below in the video description box today for this particular acid and the others we're going to talk about, so you don't need to write them down. I will also include chapters in this video so you can come back and rewatch a section on an acid that you found of interest to you. This next acid has been a darling in the skincare industry for about the last 5 years, and it's called tranexamic acid, or TXA. It too can help lighten and brighten the skin by reducing melanin pockets in the surface of the skin, age spots. It actually helps manage melanin production in the skin and helps reduce the transfer of excess melanin to the surface of the skin. It actually does this by inhibiting plasminogen binding to keratinocytes, which play a key role in the pigment formation in your skin. And because it also is an anti-inflammatory, it can help with post-inflammatory issues like melasma, age spots. And the good news is, when using tranexamic acid on a daily basis in 8 to 12 weeks, you can see significant results in the look of your skin. Now, one of my favorite tranexamic formulas is this one by Good Molecules. Not only because it's inexpensive, coming in at around $11, but because it has boosters like niacinamide and propanediol, which actually helps the tranexamic acid be absorbed more deeply in the skin, where it's way more effective. Again, link below in the video description box for this product. Next up is kojic acid, which is one a lot of folks have heard of because it is super effective. Dermatologists love this particular ingredient when it comes to lightening and fading out dark marks, melasma, and age spots. An all-natural ingredient, it's often extracted from fungus or fermented rice wine. It too is a great inhibitor of tyrosinase, and it also has antioxidant properties that help fight free radical damage in your skin. Kojic acid has been shown to be extremely helpful and effective in reducing sun damage and photoaging on the skin, and it works really fast. Usually with daily use, you see results in 2 to 4 weeks. And the benefits of this acid appear to be somewhat permanent. Kojic acid, again, a favorite of dermatologists, so you see it in a lot of formulations. One that I've recommended a lot here on the channel happens to be Faded Topicals. This is a cream. Kojic acid is often included in cream formulations because it pairs well with other ingredients like niacinamide. This particular formulation by Faded Topicals has tranexamic acid, niacinamide, and kojic acid. And while I will tell you it doesn't smell extremely nice when you put it on, the smell fades, it goes away. It is very effective as a cream treatment for hyperpigmentation, age spots, and melanated skin. Now let's talk about the granddaddy of them all, hydroquinone, which has been known to be a skin lightener for a very long time. Unfortunately, it's prescription only these days, at least in the USA, because people misused it for skin lightening treatments. And it can have some side effects if you use too much of it or apply it too often. Hydroquinone is effective because it actually changes the melanin production chemistry in your skin. It works at the epidermal level, not just the dermal level, to reduce the production of melanin, reversing the production of tyrosinase, capping the number of melanocytes that actually are transferred to the surface of the skin. So it's used in a lot of ways, including treating skin coloration diseases. We find it in a lot of compounded skin formulations, which I'm about to tell you about. And hydroquinone works the fastest of all of the skincare acids you might know, since it's prescription only, right? With some cases of drastic improvement in just 4 to 6 weeks of use. Which leads us into talking about the compounded prescription strength products that can actually make a huge difference on melanation of the skin, especially for those of you suffering severely aged or sun-damaged skin. Oftentimes, dermatologists will recommend these type of products because there's a multi-pronged approach to helping to even out melanin production while at the same time capping that transfer of melanocytes to the surface of the skin, giving you the absolutely best benefits. I am one of those people that use prescription strength spot treatments on my arms, of course, and on my chest. Now, for those of you who've been following me forever know that I preach sunscreen, sunscreen, sunscreen. I've been wearing sunscreen since I was around 17 on a regular basis all over. I'm 60 now. You see how my skin looks. But even with using sunscreen, age does catch up. And there are other things that happen in the structure of your skin that can lead to age spots that are actually exacerbated by sun damage, but happen on their own just from aging. Now, while I always recommend you go and see your dermatologist for these compounded treatments, you do have the ability to go online, at least again here in the USA. A couple of companies, Agency Skincare, which I have used and tested their products, and Muesli, which I've also used and tested their products. Their compound formulations, just like you would get from a dermatologist, because they are dermatologists at those companies, these formulations include other ingredients like tretinoin and resveratrol, which actually help boost the benefits of those skincare acids. They're helping to control melanin production in your skin, while at the same time improving the health and structure of the surface of your skin by speeding up cellular turnover, helping to increase collagen production. So they really are powerhouse formulas, and if they're in your budget, they are worth it. I love the way these companies handle their online clients. Thorough questioning of your health and your skin condition. You have to submit pictures of where you're starting with your skin. You guys know my rule. Take a selfie when you start, take one at 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, and judge the progress. I can tell you there's some amazing results come from these formulations. But if they're not in your budget and you don't want to deal with skincare acids, or you have extremely sensitive skin and are worried that you might have a reaction, you have another choice, which are skin correcting coverage creams. Now, these are different than body makeup. They're designed to sit on the skin to provide camouflage, to match your skin tone and to not transfer to your clothes or wash off very easily. In fact, to get them off, it's best to use an oil cleanser. But I also keep this stuff on hand for myself. In fact, I just treated a bruise on my knee with this to cover it up. This particular brand is Westmore Beauty. It is probably one of the highest ranked, highest rated, highest reviewed products out there for this type of skin coverage. And it's certainly an alternative option if you want to forego these other types of treatments. So I'm going to show you how this works because it works fantastically well. And there's no reason not to use it, even if you're using these other treatments, if you really need to improve the look of your skin, especially for like events or photos or what have you. So I'm going to take my watch off so we can use this arm. I'm going to give you a close up. And I'll try to blow this up when I edit this so you can actually see I have freckles and I have spots. I just don't have very many and they're not very dark. Again, I'm using skincare acids to combat that issue. And now I'm going to apply some of Westmore Beauty's Body Coverage Perfector. It doesn't take a lot of this stuff. I'm just going to put a little strip right here on my arm. And as I mentioned, they have these in different skin tones. I happen to be olive complected, so I use one called Golden Radiance, which works extremely well for my skin tone blending in. Now take a look at that. You don't see one freckle, not one white spot, nothing. It's completely covered up. You let this sit on your skin for 10 minutes so that it dries completely. You can pat any excess off with a paper towel, but the main thing is it needs to dry 10 minutes and it will not transfer to your clothes or anything else, and it will last you until you wash it off. Its stuff is really amazing. Hey everybody, happy Saturday. It's so good to be here and so good to have you back. And today we're going to be talking about a very inexpensive product that actually can work very well for dark spots, age spots, hyperpigmentation, anywhere on the body, particularly on the face. And the reason for that is I've had a whole lot of requests for products that don't cost a whole lot. And of course, on the channel, I always talk about the fact that it's always about ingredients and their effectiveness over brand name and price. So sometimes when we pay for luxury skincare, we really are getting our money's worth in the formulation. But when we're attacking certain problems on the skin and we're just going to look at ingredients, then it's the ingredients that really matter and not the name on the label or sometimes how much you pay for it. Vitamin C serum being one of those examples where you can pay upwards of $150 for a vitamin C serum and yet find one for $30 or less in the drugstore that's just as potent. So it's really about ingredients. Now, if you happen to be new to my channel and not familiar with who I am, I'm Chris Gibson, a skincare expert. Been doing this stuff for 36 years, helping people like you find skincare that will work for you, not empty your wallet and not do you more harm than good. And if ever a product fit that credo to my channel, it's this one by Good Molecules. And it is their discoloration correcting serum. Now, you don't need to write that down. I'll put a link down where you can find that in the video description box below the video. But I wanted to talk about this in this video today. So it's going to be a short video. It's one product because of the delivery system in the formulation of this particular ingredient. Tranexamic acid, used in the past to help stop bleeding, but was found to help manage melanin production in the skin, help to break up pockets of melanin. That's what creates those age spots, brown spots. And the fact that it's gentle and it works across skin types and it works very well, especially on stubborn brown areas of the skin. And it's great for light complexions all the way up to the darkest complexions. It only helps even out skin tone without changing the color of the surrounding skin. And the other reason that I'm singling this product out because I like it in the formulation beyond tranexamic acid is the other ingredients in the actual formulation, like propanediol and niacinamide, both ingredients known to help reduce inflammation in the skin and break up those melanin pockets and actually regulate how much melanin is produced in those upper layers of your skin. So it can make a big difference. You simply shake it up really well and you apply it to any areas where you have discoloration. Now I'm going to apply it to my face because that's easier for you guys to see on the camera. Doesn't take much. As I always say, products get overused. We tend to use way too much product on the face, and you just pat that in the areas where you want to treat that discoloration. Now that can be arms, hands, neck. I personally have a patch of discoloration here on my neck. Guess from what? Sun exposure over the years. Even with sunscreen, driving in a car, the sun coming in on this side, I can still tell that this side got more sun than that side. Pat this product in first onto clean skin before your other skincare products, and you allow it to completely absorb. Now, when can you see results? Generally speaking, with tranexamic acid, we begin to see results after 30 days. So this is not something you're going to apply to your skin and suddenly it's going to be bright, even complexion right away. But over time, especially if you use products like vitamin C serum in the morning after this or retinols at night, you're going to see a good improvement in that 30 to 60 day range. And for some folks that use tranexamic acid, they actually get rid of the age spots, dark patches altogether. Not just lighten them, they actually disappear. And this is a very inexpensive product from a really great skincare company with only the 3 active ingredients you need to target those areas. So again, I will put a link down below in the video description box. That does not mean to throw out your other age spot correctors if you're using them. Tranexamic acid should be thought of as a booster. It's in a lot of the more expensive dark color correcting serums, but I wanted you guys to know you can get this on your own, very low cost, and it will work for you. Now, should you decide to use tranexamic acid, be sure and take that selfie when you start. Take one at 30 days, 60 days, 90 days. Also be sure to patch test on the inner elbow if you've never used it before to make sure you tolerate it well. You should, but test anyway. Then come back in the comments and let us know how well it worked for you. With all the different methods, products, procedures that we have today to help reverse the signs of aging of the skin, help repair and reverse sun damage, and even the capability to roll back the biological age of our skin by 10 or 20 years, it often gets lost that there are some very simple skincare ingredients, acids, and don't let the word acid scare you, because what we're talking about today is not scary at all, just an effective, low-cost way to address the signs of aging on your skin and get your most beautiful skin ever. Hey everybody, welcome back to my skincare channel. If you happen to be new and not familiar with who I am, I'm Chris Gibson, a skincare expert, been doing skincare for now 37 years, helping folks find skincare that will work for them, not empty their wallet, and not do them more harm than good. So if that's the kind of content you've been looking for here on YouTube from someone who walks the talk, I hope you'll stick around and subscribe. And today we're going to be talking about some very inexpensive products, actually ingredients that you can use to help tame the signs of aging on your skin. As you can see here beside me, I have a lot of things lined up to talk about, but I'm going to keep this video quick and on point. We're going to be talking about skincare acids that you can buy either in a product formulation or buy them on their own that you can apply for different specific things or signs of aging and get some really incredible results, all while not spending a ton of money. First on the list are a couple of acids many people have heard of, at least one of these, hyaluronic acid. The other is polyglutamic acid. Both of these super hydrators, one a naturally occurring salt molecule that's already in your skin, used in many different moisturizing preparations. We've talked about so many of them here on the channel. One of note, Neutrogena's Hydro Boost hyaluronic acid line of products, from face wash, moisturizer, eye cream. That brand uses hyaluronic acid as its signature ingredient, and with good cause. By applying hyaluronic acid to the skin, you draw moisture in from the air, you help keep the skin plump and youthful looking, and hyaluronic acid actually can help other products be absorbed better and work better. For those people who live in dry climates, hyaluronic acid can be a bit of an issue because, again, it tends to draw moisture from the air, but if the air is dry, it can actually take moisture out of your skin. And some people with sensitive skin have issues with hyaluronic acid as an ingredient. A replacement for that is a synthetic polymer type of molecule called polyglutamic acid, which does not irritate the skin, does not pull moisture from the skin, but is able to hydrate the skin 5,000 times better than even hyaluronic acid. The problem with polyglutamic acid is it doesn't work well in a lot of formulations with other ingredients. So typically you buy polyglutamic acid on its own and apply it as a moisturizer or as a last step. Very inexpensive. I will put a link down for these two below in the video description box, along with all these ingredients we're talking about today. So don't need to write them down. You can find them when we're done here today. Next up, let's talk about the exfoliating skincare acids and why they're important. These acids are all naturally derived, naturally occurring acids that are concentrated to give you benefits for your skin. The three most people have heard about are salicylic acid, which is actually a beta hydroxy acid, which helps to dissolve sebum and dead skin cells that get trapped down in the pores. Very, very helpful for people who have enlarged looking pores, blackheads, and acne breakouts. Then there are the AHA acids of glycolic acid, which is made from sugar, and lactic acid, which is made from dairy sugar. And what they help to do is loosen the bond between old dead skin cells on the surface of your skin and the brand new skin, the healthy skin, the youthful looking skin underneath. Now, these two acids come in varying degrees of strengths, from 2% all the way up into the high teens and 20s, where they then become the strength of what we would call a skin peel. Most people will get great exfoliation benefits from anywhere from 8 to 14% concentration when applied daily. Again, these two ingredients, very inexpensive, can be found in exfoliating formulations and serums, but often are bought on their own and applied as their own step. The two AHAs that I use most often in my own skincare routine is to be 14% glycolic acid. This is one by Alpha Skincare. These people have been around since the 80s, and I've been using this product since the 80s. But you can also use products that are lactic acid based, like this one, which can help do the same thing, which you will find most often in cleansing products like face wash, shampoo, and body wash. Again, lactic acid helps to loosen that bond between the old dead skin cells on the surface and the new skin cells underneath, giving your skin a very refreshed, youthful look and allowing your other products to penetrate your skin and work better. Then we come to the powerhouse acid called vitamin C, or L-ascorbic acid, or sodium ascorbyl phosphate in some of the milder preparations. Now, L-ascorbic acid is a very powerful antioxidant. It also helps regulate melanin production, giving you a nice, bright, even complexion, helping to fade out age spots and hyperpigmentation areas. What it really does is help your skin cells reproduce healthier cells all the time, protecting your skin from environmental stressors like pollution, friction, and some of that UVA, UVB light damage we accumulate over the years. Vitamin C serums can be really expensive, but they don't have to be. Some of them $150 or more, others around $20 or $30 like this one. This is TrueSkin's Vitamin C Serum, which is that sodium ascorbyl phosphate version. Perfect for people with more sensitive skin. Going to give you the same type of results as the stronger L-ascorbic acid would, just lighter and easier, and takes a little more time. Now we come to what I call the granddaddy of all skincare ingredients, and that is retinoic acid, or retinoids. And there's quite a range of these type of products. Some versions of retinol are encapsulated, making them more gentle to your skin and more slowly absorbed, all the way up to prescription strength tretinoin. Now, the thing about retinoic acid is that it actually helps your skin heal from sun damage. It helps your skin cells reproduce more quickly. It helps even out your complexion by fading age spots, dark patches, and hyperpigmentation such as melasma. But more importantly than all of that, it helps your skin produce more collagen, and it preserves the collagen and elastin fibers that you already have. We just don't really have any other standalone skincare ingredient that can do all the things that retinoic acid can do. However, there's a tolerance issue with a lot of people because there's a conversion process that happens with the standard retinoids, tretinoin, retinol, where it has to break down and turn into retinoic acid before it can be used by your skin. And that conversion process, being a chemical process, sometimes irritates folks' skin, dries it out, gives some redness, and also flakiness until your skin adjusts. But for those of you who've tried retinol and had those issues, we now have bakuchiol, which is a natural alternative giving the same type of results as retinoic acid, but it's plant-based and not a retinoid. And we have retinaldehyde, which converts right away on the skin to retinoic acid so it can begin doing its work without the risk of irritation, redness, and flakiness. So lots of choices when it comes to this vitamin A derivative that can do so much magic for your skin. New generation products such as this one by First Skincare is a bakuchiol based gentle retinol serum. It's super inexpensive, but super effective, especially for those of you who have sensitive skin. And for those of you, or some of us of a certain age, and people even younger these days, dealing with the visible signs of sun damage on the skin, we have some really terrific skincare acids. Again, very inexpensive, but can truly work wonders on sun-damaged skin, helping to even out texture and tone, helping to remove some of that scaly dead skin on the surface, also regulating melanin production so that we reduce the new appearance of age spots, hyperpigmentation patches. And what are these magical acids? Well, you may have heard of some of them. Kojic acid is an AHA, alpha hydroxy acid, that is amazing in helping to reduce the production of melanin in the skin, giving you much brighter, more even looking skin, helping to reverse some of that sun damage. Azelaic acid, which is not an AHA and is much milder, but has been shown to reduce redness and inflammation in the skin, and also helping your skin cells produce healthier DNA repaired skin cells. The usual strength of a good azelaic acid serum is around 10%. This one's by Naturium. It runs like $20. A bottle of this stuff, using it all over, will last you an entire month. Well worth the $20 if you have very sensitive skin, but you're also dealing with those hyperpigmentation issues and sun damage. And of course, we've all heard of one of the most powerful skincare acids out there, and that happens to be hydroquinone. However, it is usually given in a prescription formulation these days. A lot of FDA regulation because of misuse, skin lightening, skin whitening. It's that powerful. It really can actually reverse the discoloration of the skin and help stop the mechanism in your skin of producing brown age spots, dark patches, and melasma. Now, if hydroquinone sounds like something that might be of benefit to you, I highly recommend you check it out with your dermatologist. Look for a prescription version of that product so that it is applied properly and the results are monitored. Okay, so I hope you guys found this compilation video today helpful. If you did, please like it, share it out, let people know about it. Tell me in the comments below. And of course, and as always, for more information on how to roll back the clock on skin and body aging, be sure to check out this video right here. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, watching, and supporting me and my work. I really appreciate you. Stay beautiful. Subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you over on that next video.